One of the FNAF Fandom's favorite facts is that Scott Cawthon had nightmares about the Bonnie animatronic after he was playtesting the first game. So people take this idea and run with it, making the most horrific versions of Bonnie that they can. And you know what? Now I can kind of see why Scott was so terrified of this little dude, because scary fan-made versions of Bonnie are what we're exploring today. Let's do it. In at 10, Nightmare Withered Bonnie. Imagine Withered Bonnie, but on illicit substances that I can't mention on YouTube, and you have Nightmare Withered Bonnie. Withered Bonnie is already scary enough with the beating red eyes and the rundown visuals. Even if it's just a Nightmare Bonnie with Withered Bonnie's style face, it would already be terrifying. And we all know how Scott feels about normal Bonnie. And in the Nightmare version, he's already crapping himself. And then, add a Withered version, and then this is the reason he retired. There, I said it, okay? Not because of any controversy or for him being tired of making games or wanting to make other games for his kids, but because of Nightmare Withered Bonnie. It's an ungodly creation that must be stopped. In at 9, Funtime Bonnie. The Funtime animatronics were introduced in Sister Location, the 5th game in the series. However, Bonnie was actively missing from that lineup. Aside from a couple of small hand puppet versions that are unsettling on their own, this left a rabbit-shaped hole in our hearts. So Funtime Bonnie was created. Well, was created by the fans. We don't think that there is a Funtime Bonnie that exists in the lore, like how Chica was just rented out. But if you've watched other lists about fan versions, you'll know that the Funtimes always creep me out. The ability for them to move their faces is wrong, and it's really the selling point to me for why they're scary, aside from the lore. In at 8, Nightmare Glamrock Bonnie. Yet another set of animatronics without any Bonnie representation. The security breach Glamrock animatronics, from what we've seen, I mean, they might add in DLC, but we don't have originally a Glamrock Bonnie. He really only appears as the mascot of bowling. However, fans have yet again made Glamrock versions of Bonnie, but those weren't really scary. So in classic FNAF fashion, if you want something to be scary, you just throw the word nightmare in front of the name, and boom, you have an ungodly abomination that will eat your soul and devour your balls. And I mean like Faz balls, like from the ball pit, okay? I don't know, go with it, okay? Nevertheless, Nightmare Glamrock Bonnie looks exactly how you'd expect a Nightmare version of Glamrock Bonnie to look, with shoulder pads. That's the scariest part about it. In at 7, FNAF Plus Bonnie. FNAF Plus is an in-development fan game being funded by the Fazbear Fanverse Initiative, and as I described in the video about the Fanverse timeline, this is probably the deviation point from the main timeline, with other events largely remaining the same if not identical. However, this version of not only Bonnie but the other two as well are just plain creepy, man. Like if Funko Pops could actually kill you and wanted to, this is what it would happen. Not sponsored, but like Funko, we can talk, okay? I have too many. The structure of the head, though, is honestly best described as a Funko Pop vinyl figure, with a wide jaw that would slay any mother who walked in with their kids for their birthday party, but it's so creepy and off-putting, okay? They certainly nailed the creepier and darker theme that they seem to be going for with these remakes, because these set me on edge really badly, okay? They put me on edge so bad, I'm Lady Gaga. I'm on the edge of terror, not glory. But trust me, looking at these horrifying versions is not glorious in the slightest. And at 6, Havoc Bonnie. Here we go, the good old classic Dormitibus. The default game for any scary animatronics list. Known as probably the most disturbing FNAF fan game, Dormitibus takes place before FNAF 4 and FNAF 5 even came out. So before the official act and name reveal as well as the Nightmare animatronics. But this is honestly worse than the Nightmare animatronics, in my humble opinion. The thing is, Havoc Bonnie wasn't even in the original Dormitibus. Yeah, this is a fan creation based on a fan game, making it one of the most meta versions of Bonnie on this list. Although there is another one that's even more meta, but I'll get to that later. And the fact that the Dormitibus based version of Bonnie is only number 6 should speak volumes. And no, it's not at number 6 only because it wasn't in the original game, okay? The original game is really messed up, so it's kind of a good thing that it wasn't there. I suggest looking it up if you're over the age of 16 at least. Like, kids should not be looking at that kind of thing, okay? It's messed up, honestly. Like, not even a joke. That it's halfway through in at number 5, Ignited Bonnie. Remember when I said it would get even more meta? Well, here we are, with the meta levels rising above even Central City. Because Ignited Bonnie comes from the joy of creation, a FNAF fan game where you play as Scott Cawthon in the real world. Yes, in this game, you play as the creator of FNAF himself after he retires the series, 2 years after the release of the first game. So at least it's not real life. The animatronics don't like that though, and somehow break out of the game to attack Scott, his family, and Michael Afton, who also escaped. This game is also getting a new version as a part of the FazBear Fanverse initiative, and honestly, I'm excited to see what's coming. I mean, I'm probably not going to play it, but I'm excited to see it. The Joy of Creation is seen as one of the scariest FNAF fan games, so it's obvious why it would get a new funded version. I feel like Scott also liked the idea of being a playable character, because I know I sure as hell would. Like, it would give me a much needed ego boost. Actually, at this point, it's not really needed. I'm feeling damn good. It would be fun though. I want to play as myself, so that for once, I'm the one playing me, instead of being played by others. Maybe I'm not okay. In it for Nightmare Toy Bonnie. I thought that the Nightmare versions couldn't get any worse, yet here we are. I remember someone commenting on an alternate fan versions of Chica list a long time ago, saying that it was more like a fan versions of Toy Chica list. But the toy animatronics are just other versions of the originals, okay? So it wasn't a different list, it's the same thing. So don't pester me about it this time around, goddammit. Nightmare Toy Bonnie is a monstrosity that just needs to be banished to the depths of hell from which it came, and then sent by Satan from hell to like the empty or something, because he just doesn't want to deal with it. And I would understand why. Looking this up, I didn't think I'd be as frightened as I was, but holy ever loving living crap. This actually kind of shocked me how terrifying it was. The toy aesthetic just seems to make these versions worse. Like, I don't know what it is. It's just the toy animatronics as nightmares just make the absolute scariest versions. I swear, I don't know what it is. It works so well together. If you have any theories as to why this is a thing, let me know in the comments, because, like, Jesus. And also, yes, I have a band-aid on my thumb, okay? I was removing supports off 3D print and I was being stupid about it, so I gashed my thumb. And when I say it's deep. Getting close to the end in number 3, Sinister Bonnie. You know how earlier I said that if you want something to be scary, you just add nightmare in front of it? Well, there's about 10 different words that you can use over and over again, and then you'll get the same thing, okay? Because if you know these lists, you knew that Sinister Bonnie was bound to make an appearance, because Sinister is just one of those words. From the unfinished, unreleased, and cancelled fan game Sinister Turmoil, we have Sinister Bonnie, an animatronic best described as a repaired nightmare version. With teeth sharper than Eminem's lyrics and an overall demeanor more intimidating than Will Smith at the Oscars, this animatronic is some pure nightmare fuel, and it's clear to see why. Every time I see one of these sinister animatronics, I'm glad that the game didn't release. Like, not because it wouldn't have been good. I'm sure the game would have been amazing, but because I don't have to interact with these animatronics anywhere. Like, other than images, okay? But they can't hurt me through images. And that's what really matters to me in the long run. Avoiding being scared at all costs. I still don't get why people like being scared, okay? Maybe it's like a kink thing, if you ask me. I feel like it probably is. Fear evolved to protect us, okay? Being scared is a bad thing. Nevertheless, these things are just so wrong, but so right. At least, so right in the scare department, and wrong for my pants, because at this point, these pants are brown, and the laundry room also smells atrocious. And ultimately, in at number 2, Draw Kill Bonnie. Draw Kill Bonnie was actually a version I was recommended on previous videos. Multiple comments suggested that I look up the Draw Kill animatronics, and honestly, I'm glad you told me, because goddamn, this thing is menacing. Called Bonnie Bot by Draw Kill on DeviantArt, it's a disproportionate Bonnie robot that is made to look like metal. Like, we all know how I feel about disproportionate things as well, aside from Funko Pops, because those are blessed. They always end up being more off-putting than normal, okay? And the hands on this thing are gigantic, which just makes me think that it's going to crush me and then like use its arm like a hammer, like one of the infected from Back for Blood. You know that one? The one with the tower arm? Yeah, that thing. Or it's just gonna keep wailing on me until I'm either pulverized or 6 feet under. Literally 6 feet under. It'll punch me into the earth. These Draw Kill animatronics are damn terrifying, and I'm really thankful for your recommendations. So if you have any other animatronics that you want me to check out for characters that maybe I haven't covered yet, or if you have any characters that you want to see alternate fan versions of, let me know in the comments, because that's really helpful. My brain is kind of like packed at capacity, and again, I use like the same 10 keywords over and over looking for these. I always type in nightmare and toy and nightmare toy and, you know, those kinds of things. So yeah, Draw Kill is definitely in the reservoir, so it's like 11 words, but please. And finally, and at number 1, Slasher Bonnie. Yet another recommendation from the comments, Slasher Bonnie will haunt my nightmares for years. As if I wasn't scared enough about playing the guitar, Slasher Bonnie turns that into an actual fear by making the guitar a giant axe. So, thanks PlayStation Jedi on DeviantArt, thanks for causing more restless nights than my ex. This damn guitar axe thing is so goddamn creepy, especially because there is literally blood dripping off of it. I don't know what else to say. I feel like the picture says it all. If a picture says 1,000 words, I would need like 2 pictures in my script, and then that would be the video, okay? Because my scripts are usually around 2,000 words long, which is significantly more than most people, okay? I talk fast. But also, it's why I don't have time for comments. Because I take too long to film a video anyway, okay? Just as long as you keep Slasher Bonnie away from me, I think I'll be okay though. Although the Slasher animatronics will be making more appearances if I do talk about these more. Because god damn it, have you seen like the Chica version? It has a bib that says let's kill instead of let's eat. And like, I love Chica, don't get me wrong, but I feel like that might be a little much. That's all the time we have for today, friends. Thank you all so much for watching. I have been in Charlemagne Colin Monroe, and I'll see you in another video.